Hey guys, Sarah from Sweet Scents from the Dollhouse. If you're new to our channel, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and smash that notification bell for future content. If you're a returning Waxie, as always, welcome back. Kind of disappointed. I thought I'd have a lot more empties to share with you guys for the month of July. But looking back as I was putting away what I didn't get through in the month of July, I was like, I had a lot of large quantities. Whether they were 8 to 10 ounce like bakery bag style or very large 3 or 4 ounce shapes. So some of it I did have to put back into my collection. I did get through a fair amount. I was trying to get through a lot of my summer soy and parasoy blends that I didn't quite get through last summer. Some of these, once they reach the year or surpass the 1 year mark, it's not that they're not any good, it's just some of them will lose their kick. So I really didn't want to put it away and revisit it again a year from now and hope that it's still through. So without further ado, let's do my commercial stuff first, which is all paraffin. From Bath & Body Works, I only have one hand soap empty this month. Actually, it's not even quite 100% empty. But Boardwalk, just the vanilla comb fragrance. I love this scent in the hand soap. This is like the little Scrubby Bubbles formula. Except for this was left over from, I believe, SAS 2018. And it's gotten quite dark and discolored quite a bit. I believe once upon a time when I first hauled this, it was blue. It stays in my wax closet, which is out of direct light, whether it be UV or artificial. But it just must not have a whole heck of a lot of UV inhibitor in it because it's still changed color to a dark, murky, almost grayish black, which made my white sink a hot mess. So that's the only complaint I have about that. I'm going to either use up the ones I have or maybe even give them away, not as gifts, but to my friends and family so they can be used up before it turns any darker. Because, I mean, the whole purpose of having soap is for it to clean, not leave your hands smelling beautiful and then your sink an atrocious mess. I have one pink petal tea cake candle from Bath & Body Works. We did burn this in the front entryway to the Dollhouse. I wasn't a big fan of the performance on this bad boy. I'm not sure if my camera will pick it up, but that glass is quite dark and murky. Well, obviously you can tell by the mauve, whatever you want to call it, colored wax, which once upon a time was a nice pink. Very sooty, very dirty, not a fan. So I believe I have several of these left in my collection. Odds are I will chunk them up for wax melts. From Sensationals, Walmart brand, I have Dusk Till Dawn. I can't remember if this one ever made it to Canada, but if you like Orange Blossom and Sandalwood, you would love this scent. It's a terrific performer. I picked mine up in the US. I haven't been to a Canadian Walmart in some time, so I can't speak to that. Pineapple Strawberry Smoothie. I know this one was available in both Canada as well as the US. A little fruity for my taste, but if that's something that you like, go pick this up before they clear it out off the shelves. This is pure paraffin, so you could haul this summer and it will last forever. I prefer to use this as like a blending scent, mix it with like a creamier coconut or vanilla, something like that, just for my scent preferences. But again, each to their own. I have Sensationals Laundry Basket, and this looks like it's got some juicy leaking Scentsy wax on it, hence the discoloration of the package. But this is one of my favorite laundry linen scents from Sensationals. Oh, what's the Ambiscents one? Ambiscents are from Bed Bath & Beyond, has a dupe of this. It's by far more expensive, but you can pick this up at Walmart either in Canada, I believe it's $3.97 now, and in the United States they're still $2. I have Pineapple Coconut Pops. This one is available in both the United States as well as Canada. I was a little disappointed about this one. Does anybody remember Sensationals Pineapple Palm. I love that scent. It has a green note to it. It's definitely the palm, the leaf. It's very green. It's not just fruity, it's green. My Pineapple Coconut Pops smelt more like Pineapple Palm from Sensationals than it did like a creamy, I don't know, like an ice cream or popsicle scent. It wasn't sweet and sugary as I anticipated. It was green. Odd. I have Sensationals Patchouli and White Geranium. I love these aromatherapy ones. They're wicked strong, and I use them in my kitchen to get rid of food scents after you cook. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of meat. I will cook it for my kids, but I can't stand that smell that lingers, or onions, garlic, whatever, in the kitchen. So I'll melt Patchouli, White Geranium, or some of the other Sensationals aromatherapy blends to get rid of any kitchen odor. So, love that. Oh, shoot, I'm going to have to pause here because my battery's about to die. Go figure. My apologies. Next, from Better Home and Gardens in the U.S., I have Sea Spray Linen. I had this one left over from June of 2018. Love this one. Actually, I should probably look for more of this when I go back. It is primarily only out in the summertime, but I know if you live near one of those, like, ginormous Walmart, it's not even a superstore, it's like Walmart of all Walmarts. Canadians won't understand what I'm talking about, but if you've ever visited an American Wampin Walmart, that's what I'm talking about. I know my girl Amber, she lives in Stockton, California. She lives near one of those Walmarts that has spring, summer, winter, fall, year-round. They just have like a whole department of wax. So if you live near a Wampin Walmart, you might be able to get this year-round, but I know the Walmart that I go to in Fort Gratiot, Michigan, when I cross the border, they only get this when it's seasonal. So I might have to pick some more of that up, because I know that's the last one I had in my collection. I melted the last of this Pear Blossom tea because my girl Amber in the month of July sent me friend mail with, I think, several of these in it, so I was super excited. This one also at my Walmart that I frequent in the U.S. only carries it seasonally. So thanks to Amber, I won't have to pick up a hoard of it to last me the winter. But I love Pear Blossom tea. I could melt this scent year-round, and it's a banger. Love, love, love that scent. And you know what? To be honest, I didn't even really think that I was a big fan of pear scents. Still not sure that I am, but I know I do for sure like that one. From Hobby Lobby, I melted Sweet Memories, which is spun vanilla sugar, rock candy, and gummy treats. To my nose, this, I don't know. None of those scents are really identifiable. It just smells more like a sugary vanilla scent to me. I could be wrong, but my sister-in-law really liked this when my sister-in-law and my nephew Easton were here from Vancouver this summer. I melted this, and she was a great big fan. So if you like sugary sweet vanilla scents, you might like Sweet Memories. Pick that up at Hobby Lobby, of course, only in the U.S. And then I have a stack of Scentsy. Super excited. I melted a bar of Atlantic Air. I know some people rave about this scent. I have a customer that this is the only scent she likes to order. Actually, I shouldn't say that. She likes coconut lemongrass too. But it doesn't matter what else comes out. I'm like, we got a new catalog. You want to check it out? Nope. Do you want to melt anything other than Atlantic Air and the occasional coconut lemongrass? Nope. This is just her jam. And I'm not going to knock it, but it's just not a scent that I would buy again. If you like super fresh, nothing spectacular, unisex, kind of like pleasing to everybody, nothing wild and crazy, you would love Atlantic Air. It's been in the Scentsy catalog for a long time, so I know it's probably one of their best sellers or better sellers. To me, it reminds me more of like, I'm not going to say Vendor Wax Salty Sea Air, but along those lines. Like if you're looking for a fresh summer, very, very, very simple, clean scent, can't go wrong with this bad boy. I just, sometimes I want to say to her, you don't understand what you're missing out on. Like, try something else. But I do get it, because for many, many, many years, the only thing that I ever melted was coconut lemongrass. Speaking of which, that customer is missing out on gems like Experiment 626. I love this. This is a limited Disney edition that came out with the Stitch Scentsy Buddy. Unfortunately, it's no longer available. Do any Scentsy diehards know if Scentsy's going to re-release any of these character bars? I am lucky enough that I have this in my Scentsy Club subscription, but to the people who missed out, like, this scent needs to come back. It is so good. Not crazy, crazy strong, but I find 2 cubes lasts quite a while in my, I'd say my bathroom is on the larger side of bathrooms, and 2 cubes last 2 or 3 days for me, which, in my recent opinion, is hit or miss with Scentsy lately. So Experiment 626 is proof that there are still Scentsy bars out there. You just gotta, you know, kind of pick and choose and not give up on them. But yeah, Experiment 626 was phenomenal. Super happy that I have that in my Scentsy Club subscription. But even still, I think I get it now every 3 months, but I'm still melting very sparingly. Because I'm like, what if they cancel the Scentsy Club subscription? I don't know why, but I just have this feeling that Scentsy Club might not last forever. They've already canceled it in Mexico, so I'm being stingy with my Experiment 626, to say the least. But luckily, for this one, Spring Symphony, I'm not sure if you watched my Scentsy collection video from the spring and summer, but thanks to my beautiful waxy friends, my Spring Symphony bars have multiplied. I was like, yay, look, I found all these Spring Symphony bars. They're having babies. I didn't realize I had so many of these. But anyhow, I was just down to one Spring Symphony bar, and my lovelies sent me several of them, so I'm super happy about that. I can't say enough about this bar, and the performance on Spring Symphony. Keep in mind, this is a Bring Back My bar from 2 years ago, so I don't know if it would be this strong if it was to return, but this was one of my absolute favorite spring scents ever. Another, well, I wouldn't limit this to springtime only. This is one of my, I'd say maybe my top 5 Scentsy scents of all time, is My Only Sunshine. This one is gorgeous. Can't help but being happy when I smell this. I have several backups of this one as well, and I've been also melting this one sparingly, where if you were tuned into my channel when I first, very, very, very first started Sweet Scents from the Dollhouse, I had at least 1, maybe 2, My Only Sunshines in every monthly melting basket because I loved it that much. I also have a Flirtatious. This is a super old Bring Back My bar. This was sent to me by my girl Cindy from Regina, Saskatchewan. Flirtatious is a DKNY dupe, so to me nothing spectacular or like totally unique, but the performance on this was amazing. And I played around with this one a little bit. I mixed it with other things, and I really did enjoy this. Yeah. I don't know. If you're into vendor wax, tons and tons and tons of different vendors do DKNY types. So if you missed Scentsy's re-release of Flirtatious, don't sweat it. You can find it. Pink Cotton from Scentsy. This is probably one of my favorites in this current catalog. I really hope that this one is here to stay. Oh, yeah, because I wouldn't just, like, it's great spring, summer, laundry linen scent, but I wouldn't limit it just to a seasonal scent. I could get down with Pink Cotton year round. If you liked last fall and winter's cozy cardigan, think like prettier, floral, girlier version of cozy cardigan. But you could get down with it year round. Like, honestly, that's a gem. Either pick it up, hordes of it, this month in August while it's 10% off, or be sure to put it in your Scentsy Club subscription so you never have to be without. And then let's get into vendor wax. From a Canadian vendor, Make Sense Candles, I had a couple little cubes of pink sands, which was sent to me by my girl Cindy in Regina, Saskatchewan. This was a pretty dead-on dupe to Yankee Candles Pink Sands, can't complain. I'm not a big fan of pink sands on its own, but I love blending it with different things, like creamier coconut blends, or what else did I put with this? Sweet lavender, and I even think I mixed it with a cookie or sugar cookie dough. But yeah, love this. So thank you to Cindy for sending that to me. And Make Sense Candle Shop is open, I believe, to any Canadians looking for vendor wax. That is one of very few brands that does wax tarts. The only downfall to that is the shipping here in Canada is crazy. So be sure to, you know, make your list, check it twice, and make it worthwhile because it's like $20 to ship it. So next I have from the Bathing Garden, Salted Rose, which is rose jam, salty tears, and pink Himalayan sea salt. I absolutely adored this. I was getting quite frustrated with my Bathing Garden. This was ordered May 10th, 2018, and I wasn't getting like super killer performance until July of 2019. It took a very long time for it to cure for me. Perhaps you might have different luck with Bathing Garden. Perhaps you order it and you can melt it right away, but to my tastes, I can tell you for my performance in my space, at the 1 and a bit year mark, holy Hannah, what a difference. Like, knock you on your ass difference. This is some pretty powerful wax if you have the patience to let it cure. But that was a gem. I would reorder that again. Probably not in, like, stupendous amounts or quantities of it, but one clam would be good. Pearls of the Ocean was pink sugar, suntan lotion, ocean sand breezes, and mandarin. This was really nice. This one was ordered at the same time, May 2018. It wasn't nearly as strong as Salted Rose, but again, fragrances are all created differently. Some aren't supposed to knock you on your ass, even, 13, 14 months into cure time. Pearls of the Ocean is on the lighter side. So if you like lighter home fragrance and those scent notes sound good to you, Pearls of the Ocean is definitely a really beautiful blend, but lighter than, say, something like Salted Rose. From Super Tarts, I finished Janine, which is Mac Apple, Downy, and Pink Chiffon. This one was super strong. I believe I ordered 2 of these bars because I thought I would love it with the Mac Apple and Pink Chiffon, but Downy, to my nose, just drowns out everything else. So when I first ordered Janine, I could hardly even melt it. Like, I was having to cut 1 cube in half, and even then, it's that Downy Ultra Blue, super strong, overpowerful. I couldn't even pick up the Mac Apple and Pink Chiffon. And again, you might have different tastes for the Downy fragrance oil, so maybe it's not as prominent to your nose, each to their own. But I found at the 1 year mark, this was incredibly lighter on the Downy, actually lighter all around. But at least at the 1 year mark, I could pick up the Mac Apple and Pink Chiffon because that Downy really toned down, like, I'd say at least by 60%, which was nice. I still have 1 more of those, which I'm going to save for my September melting basket when I do all things apple. I have Blanche, which again, Downy, Supernova, and Sweet Lolly. I am really not a fan of Blanche. Nothing against Super Tarts, but I've now discovered after, I don't know, it's been 2 years almost of melting. It's right on the 2 year mark that I've been melting vendor wax. I now know my likes and dislikes. I don't like the Lollipop fragrance oil from any vendor, and I'm not a big fan of that Downy Ultra Blue scent because it takes over everything. I'd love to melt just Supernova on its own, but this blend wasn't for me. If you like those scent notes, you'll absolutely love this because it's super powerful, great performer, but, you live and learn. You got to order a bunch of just random miscellaneous stuff to sometimes figure out what your scent preferences are, especially when you're experiencing new fragrance oils and from different vendors and so on and so forth. Harry is one of my favorites. This is Magically Delicious and French Baguette. Love this all on its own or as a mix. I finally melted my very last clam of Harry because I have a BAM on the way. If it were so, it might be. This is Fruit Loops, lemon curd, and orange cream. I've decided also from lots of scent experimentation that cereal blends aren't really my favorite, but the kids really enjoy them. I found this was probably one of my more favorable cereal blends because the lemon curd and orange cream really turn it into something creamy, bakery, delicious, and not just straight up Fruit Loops. And then I have Amy, which is plum, coconut, and sugar cookies from Super Tarts. When I first melted this a while ago, I didn't think it was that strong, and I think it was because I had melted 1 or 2 cubes in a large open concept space. Sometimes, again, you just gotta experiment a little bit. Love Amy, but I have to melt this in smaller rooms because I just assume that all Super Tart scents are going to knock me on my ass. Amy isn't overly strong, but it is a gorgeous blend, and I would definitely reorder this one. And just melt it in smaller rooms. I only have one from Rainbow Melts. This is Dragon Fruit Poptail. Several vendors were pouring this exact fragrance oil this summer because there's a fragrance supplier, Aztec I believe it was, that came out with a bunch of liquor or like gin and tonic or whatever flavored popsicle fragrance oils. I don't even know if I'm explaining that right. But anyhow, I know Rainbow Melts did it, and Southbound, and maybe even a couple more. Thanks, Sassy. I don't know. But I love, love, love Crystal's Wax. Performs like a dream for me. Dragon Fruit Poptail, fragrance oil, agreed with her proprietary blend. Let me tell you, I had to cut this bad boy in fourths because it was so strong. Might not perform like that from other vendors because fragrance oils will perform differently in everybody's wax. But if you like Dragon Fruit Poptail and you haven't ordered it from Crystal yet, you absolutely must next time she has it or pours it or it's available because it is amazing. The scent notes are dragon fruit, guava juice, coconut, gin, and bergamot. Oh my word. I love that. Loved it, loved it. I think I got that in a mystery bag, like one of her sampler mystery bags. So I would order that for sure for next summer. From Hayden Row, I have Mount Washington. My girl Amber sent me the scent shot in friend mail, I believe last Christmas. This is so pretty. I would definitely order Mount Washington for fall, winter, spring, actually any time of year. It's such a fresh, I don't know, I was going to say earthy. Yeah, it is kind of earthy, but more fresh. So gorgeous. I would order this in one of her shooting star loaves next time it's available because this could make a killer blender. You could put this with so many different things. I melted a little piece of this with lavender cedar from Sensationals, not in the same warmer, but in complementary warmers in the same room, and oh my word, my whole bedroom just smelled heavenly. I have a stack of bags here. Let's do these. From Vintage Chic Scents, I melted Jackie O embeds with Curbanos Cafe Cubana Overpour. Love that. Love that. I'm a big fan of any of Kirby's coffee blends. Sunny Side of the Street from Vintage Chic Scents, which is lemon custard, buttery cake, and coconut cream. That was really nice. I melted the majority of this in the month of June. This took forever to cure. I ordered this in May of 2018. When was this? See, this was poured in January of 2019. This was cured, thrown like a beast, not like 6 months in, right? This one goes to show different fragrance oils. sometimes in their proprietary blends just take a little bit longer to cure. I found this through best after the 1 year mark. And man, oh man, I couldn't get enough of this in the month of June, so I even put it in my July melting basket and finished that off. Gorgeous. From Sassy Girl Aroma, I have Bora Bora type. This was included in one of my very first multi-vendor wax D-stashes that I purchased. Bora Bora type, tons of different vendors do it, but the scent notes are sweet pineapple, acai berries or acai berries, mango zest, tart passion fruit, yuzu zest, green apple, orchid leaves, and musk. I love this. I don't know the date in which this was poured because, again, I got this in a D-stash, but I'm guessing by the label it has been a while. Even in a polypropylene bag, it has definitely lost his scent by the time I melted it, so I just ended up throwing the other half out because there was hardly any fragrance left to it. I have Amazing from Sparkles Wax Melts. This is lavender and chamomile, pink sugar, salty sea air, and marshmallow. I loved and adored this blend. Sparkles throws very well for me in my space. This one was incredibly light though, so kind of a bummer. I don't know that I would order this again. Maybe I'd give it a try. Perhaps it's just a fluke, or maybe I melted it too early. Usually with Sparkles, I can melt it as soon as I pick it up from my receiving service. So, I don't know. We'll have to see, because this one was poured in April of 2019, and I was finishing her up in July. Maybe it just needed more cure time. Who knows? From Rose Girls, I have Avo Bath, the Lush type, mixed with Gilligan's Brew. This was to die for. Thank you to my girl Amber for sending me that. Love that. Rose Girls Blackberry Jam Butter Cookies. I know it doesn't say that, but that's what it was. This was also sent to me in a multi-vendor D-stash from a long time ago. Should have melted it way earlier than now because it definitely lost its fragrance oils. It still performed okay, but again, I don't know the date in which it was ordered or poured, so it would just be a crapshoot, to be honest. Orange Sherbet and Serendipity. This one, on the other hand, holy Hannah. This one will chase you out of your house. It is wicked strong and such a unique blend. I really enjoyed that one. I finished Rose Girls Mini Melters in Vanilla Bean Noel. I know Rose Girls fans won't like me saying this, but I am not a huge fan of these mini melters. I find I have to use an absurd amount of mini melters to get a throw, which is so weird because if I melt any of Jenny's blends, I need an average amount of wax to get a killer throw. I don't know why. Each to their own, but Vanilla Bean Noel, I'd like to say it would have made a good blending scent, but I found it just kind of made everything else I mixed it with kind of weak. So I would definitely not order this again. And I think in my future Rose Girls hauls, you'll see less single scent mini melters and more of Jenny's unique, amazing blends because I don't know why. Her blends throw like a beast for me. The mini melters, I mean, I can get them to throw, but I have to use like 4 to 6 chunks in each wax warmer. Like, that's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So I'm going to stick to Jenny's blends from now on. Ava's Country Cupboard's Dreamy Lavender, which is a blend of lavender, vanilla, and toasted marshmallow. Love this. She does several lavender blends that all kind of smell the same to me. So I have backups of this. I think Dreamy Lavender, Lavender Wishes, there's a couple of them. But I love it, so I don't mind that they're all very similar. From Pink Mermaid Wax Melts, again, my girl Amber sent me a bunch of these little scent shots for me to try. This is a new to me vendor, and I am so impressed. A lot of these were only halves, like Amber had cut it in half and used one half and sent me another just so I could try it. Island Air, I wish I had cut this in quarters because this was so strong, nearly chased me out of my house. It's Orange Blossom Exotic Fruits with Juniper. I think it's the Juniper plus the Orange Blossom. That, holy Hannah. This was a mad performer. I love that. I have bamboo and pineapple, which was a really nice, fresh, fruity, beautiful scent. And then moonbeams, which I can't remember. I think this is like a light lavender, sweet lavender, perfumey kind of bedtime scent. It was nice. This one was on the lighter end versus these two, but again, not all fragrance oils are supposed to kick, or blends are supposed to kick you on your ass. It was still very nice. From Wolfwicks, I do finally have some Wolfwicks Empties, just little scent shots. They sent me a sample of my first order of Home Slice. I don't have the scent notes for this, but I'm pretty sure it's just like a bakery, doughy, oh yeah, bready pastry scent. This is gorgeous. I would order this in large quantities and use it as a blending scent. On its own, it would be kind of boring, but makes a phenomenal blender. Coconut Creamery, this one, probably one of my favorite coconut scents to date, but again, on its own, it's very, very light. Yes, you can come in. Mommy's finishing a video. Very light, but makes a terrific blending scent. Do you have a sticker? No, sweetie. Mommy's almost done my video. Can you just give me 2 seconds? I have a scent shot of the Raven. This is like really dark, spicy coffee and chocolate. I thought, ugh, this is definitely not going to be for me. Your Shopkins bag? Okay, thank you. Can you sit with me for a second? I thought for sure, oh no, this is not going to be for me. Turns out this was one of my favorite Wolfwicks coffee scents that I've tried to date. This was awesome. I would definitely repurchase that one. And then I have 2 scent shots from Teddy Bees. I have Vanilla Mint Snowflakes. This one is deadly. Kicking myself in the butt. I don't think I ordered this when she poured her customs, but it is so beautiful. Where's all the wax? Yeah. I'm doing empties. Look at this. Is all Mommy's empties. All the wax that I used for the month of July. And then Violets Are Blue. This is super, super, super floral, but very unique. Can you smell it? I would definitely order that for next spring. And that's it. Those are my wax empties for the month of July. As always, thanks so much for hanging out with us, and stay tuned. We have lots more wax videos coming up.